Oh, you better believe it. It's that time of the week one more time. It is the No Holds Barred podcast with Justin and Nick.
Actually, it's one day past that time of week.
That's true. It is. This is actually a special Tuesday edition of the No Holds Barred podcast. We couldn't do a Monday night edition because Nick was hanging out with his mommy.
I was.
That's good, though. Hey, I live with my mommy, so I'm not making fun.
At least one night a week.
Well, exactly. You know,
go down home, take a load off. I mean,
exactly.
Being in here all the time in the city or the town, as we call it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, in Halifax, in town. Then you go down to the country, and the town seems like the city.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you have everybody close here, and you go down to the town. You gotta walk halfway to friggin' hell to get to your neighbors,
exactly.
Say hi. You can pretty much go out, take a piss in the woods, and nobody cares. But I guess you can do that around here, and I guess nobody cares.
Hey man, my peeing outside skill is at least level 20 right now. I've gotten away with some good ones.
You're getting ready to level up with that?
I'm getting ready to level up. Every time I do it, it levels up. It's a lot of experience. Wow, that's the first minute and a half of our podcast gone already. All right. Just talking about peeing.
Nice.
So we got some stuff we're going to talk about on the podcast today. Before we say anything, just wanted to let everybody know we just quick recorded a 15-second promo.
Quick.
Yeah, quick. We tried to quick. Recorded a promo for our buddy the Masked Tweeter and his new project, which is called the Internet Wrestling Express. You can find that on Facebook by just searching the Internet Wrestling Express.
Internet Wrestling.
Exactly.
Express.
Express.
It's a train.
It's
coming in train-like, really, really fast through your ears. The train has a caboose, and oh my God, there's beer in it.
That's the best train caboose ever.
Yeah.
It's
so
pretty
it
good.
means it's awesome. You have to listen to it.
Exactly. The Internet Wrestling Express debuts on Monday, April the 1st. It is the best of old school wrestling with the best of new school sports entertainment. The Masked Tweeter is a fan of ours and is an intensely talented individual, even though I don't necessarily agree with what he said about Bret Hart, but that's okay. He's a very talented dude, and go check out the Internet Wrestling Express. And we're also going to take a minute here to pimp our own stuff because, again, there's no promotion like self-promotion.
I guess.
If you're a wrestling fan, make sure you not only check out the Internet Wrestling Express, but, of course, check out the Last Fan Standing podcast.
Yes.
We're going to be bringing the Last Fan Standing podcast back next week, where I believe we're going to talk a little bit about TNA.
TNA.
Not for the whole thing, but we're going to talk.
WrestleMania.
Yeah, we got WrestleMania talk to do, but we want to finally branch into talking about TNA. Oh, buddy, it's going to be fun. Now, a little bit of bad news. Just a little bit of bad news to start you guys off
news.
Here.
Everybody has a butt. It's no fun.
Exactly. Oh, actually, before I get into the sad news, I suppose we should crack our beers.
Yeah. Justin only has bottle top beers, so I guess we have to do this one at a time. You hit it.
I hit it every week. That's what I said to your stepsister. There hasn't been a stepsister joke in a long time, so
what are we doing?
I don't know, man. Oh God, that's heaven.
Heaven. And we're rocking Bud Lime.
Bud Light Lime.
Oh, I was going to say at least it's not light.
It is.
But
not only is it lime, it's also light. So Nick and I are princesses today.
Apparently.
Next week we'll be drinking Cosmos.
Fuck that shit. I'm bringing over rum.
We need to get our man cards back. Gotta drink rum. And one of us passes out. My bet's on Nick.
Probably. I haven't been drinking in a while.
Oh, there you go. So here's
another pub crawl moment.
Oh man, not here, sir. Go outside if you're gonna fucking puke on yourself. Although it's kind of interesting that you mentioned the podcast that you mentioned pub crawls, because I got a little bit of pub crawl topic to talk about a little bit later.
Yeah.
But our bad news. We'll start it off with the bad news. No Craigslist segment this week.
No Craigslist.
And I think we're having a bigger impact on the world than we think we are, because the Craigslist segment has been like a weekly thing that we've always done. And
it's been fun.
And it's been fun, but now there were virtually no new ads posted on the Halifax Craigslist in the last week. So I think people are catching wind that they're posting ads, and we're just like ethering them on everything. And
horrible.
And I guess they're scared to. But come on, how else are you going to get rid of your boners unless you go on Craigslist and pretend to be a woman looking for a guy? How?
I don't know.
How are you going to do it?
Come on, 16-year-old guys.
Jeez.
Post some shit for us to make fun of.
Exactly. I mean, look, we're doing the next No Holds Barred podcast in 2 weeks, and if there aren't some good ads in the next 2 weeks, we're coming down to Craigslist's head offices.
What's that, San Francisco?
I think it's San Francisco.
Yeah.
So, road trip.
Which is good. I mean, yeah, it is in San Francisco.
I believe it
because
is.
I just watched a movie last night. It's called
Craigslist
Joe.
Joe?
Yeah, very good movie.
Apparently it is. And there's another one that I wanted to watch from 2011 called The Craigslist Killer, which I think is actually
I heard
gonna
about
be quite
that.
good too.
Yeah.
I think
we should.
I think I have it downloaded actually.
It should be on Netflix.
More than likely. But the main point here is people that use Halifax Craigslist, get your shit together. Don't be like the St. John's Craigslist that has like nothing on it. Yeah. I know because last time I went, I checked. No,
it's horrible.
And like just some places Craigslist things are just so empty, and it's just like, where are you going to find your comedy? Are you going to watch the Harlem Shake? Fuck that shit. We talked about that shit last time. Oh, god damn it. I still haven't watched it. I'm still avoiding it.
Yeah. I haven't watched it ever since that one day.
No, fair enough.
And I refuse to again.
But there's the bad news for you kids. No Craigslist segment this week. I know the Masked Tweeter was a big fan of our Craigslist segment. He said it was good stuff. But unfortunately, no Craigslist segment this week because people aren't being funny.
We apologize.
So, Nicholas.
Shoot.
Yes. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Oh, salut.
Yeah, salut.
Numa.
Numa, ne. Sorry. So, Nick, you are you're a couple of weeks into your phone dilemma, and you're a couple of weeks into no longer having your car. Can you give us an update on how both of those things are going? Let's start with your car. Have you been noticing a difference without your car?
Kind of. I mean, the walking isn't really a big change. I mean, I've done that anyway.
Right, fair enough.
Mostly, I think it has... The problem is more my hip because of where I fell in the ditch over at the Finest Kind running through the woods.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, so anybody out there that doesn't like me, don't kick me in the hip.
No, anybody that likes you, don't kick you in the hip. Anybody that doesn't like you, they're going to kick you wherever they can.
I know, but just don't kick me in the hip and we'll be fine.
Please be nice. Yeah.
Please be nice.
Okay, so so the walking doesn't necessarily bother you, but you're kind of feeling it in the old man bits, the hips. And,
I'm old anyway.
Well, there you go.
2014, I'll be 30.
Oh my shit, that's right. That's a fucking scary thought, isn't it?
It is.
Oh my god. And it's funny because anybody that's listening to this that's over 30 is going to be like, 30, you fucking idiots. It's like 40.
You youngins.
Exactly. It's like 40 is apparently the big one. Like, you look at any 30-year-old, it's like, you don't even go to the doctor, do you? You don't go to the doctor unless there's like things vitally wrong with you. Once you hit 40, things become vitally wrong with you.
You're like there each week.
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
hey, doc.
This time it's my prostate. It was your prostate last week. You're just in here for fun, aren't you? No. Posted on Craigslist. So now, how's your phone dilemma going as well, by the way? For anybody that didn't know, who didn't pay any attention to last week's podcast, A, what the fuck is wrong with you? B, Nick has the same phone that I do, and things have been, as I just mentioned, vitally wrong with Nick's phone.
The LG Optimus G.
Yes.
And the G standard for...
God damn it.
God damn it. If there was an N, it would be not great. Good job there.
We've been gonged. That's apparently the end of our podcast. Remember that old Gong show from the 80s?
It was good.
Apparently we've just been gonged. Anyways, go ahead, sir.
apparently what's been happening with my phone is it didn't save Wi-Fi passwords.
Right.
And that really sucked. So I went down to the Handy Dandy Bell store, which has the equivalent to the iPhone Professionals or Apple Professionals.
iProfessionals?
iProfessionals.
iPro?
iPro.
You gay. Sorry, go ahead.
Which, yeah.
Apparently we just got gonged again.
They gave me the number for tech.
Okay.
Which was a nice experience all on itself because I almost hung up on the guy because I couldn't really understand him.
Okay.
Yeah.
You didn't record the call, did you?
I had no way to.
Goddamn.
If I had my soundboard with, like, some of the equipment,
right, fair enough.
I could record it, but all my shit's up here.
That's why you should have come up here. Recorded it, called them up here, recorded this shit. We could have played it on the podcast.
You were at work.
Oh, fuck. That's right.
I mean, I could have come up here and recorded and stalked the fire, but I didn't really think of that.
No, fair enough. Well, and so okay, so you got a guy that was like, "Hello, welcome to Apple iPad service. My name is Dave."
Yes.
No, it's not. Your name is Gurdeep. And that's not racist. It's an actual Indian name.
Yeah.
It's not just not like I said bong or anything like that.
So long story short,
viewer is gone.
Yep.
No, sorry, go ahead.
So long story short, I had to factory default this.
You had to factory default a phone that you got like a month ago.
Yeah.
Just fucking silly.
It does suck. I mean, all my apps were gone, all my contacts, everything like that. So I spent the entire night putting back on everything.
Right.
Which I have to give you a good program. It's called AirDroid.
AirDroid? Okay.
Yeah. Which allows you to connect your phone to your computer through Wi-Fi.
Okay.
And you can, like, do everything, install apps, your contact lists, send text messages right from your computer.
Ooh, very cool.
Yeah, it's really neat.
Nice.
So anybody who has an Android phone, AirDroid.
Ooh.
Download it.
Download that shit right now. That was not a paid product placement, by the way, for the YouTube Content Police. That was not a paid placement. That was just pimping something that he liked.
Yeah, it's just an awesome app, and I enjoy it thoroughly.
Right on. So, long story short, your phone works now.
My phone saves Wi-Fi passwords.
Excellent. Now you can't make phone calls.
I can make phone calls.
All right, well, there had to be something else that fucked up. You just haven't found it yet.
Well, yeah, there has to be something else that fucked up.
Law of averages, something else had to have fucked up.
The three fucks that have to go.
A fuck standing in direct opposition to another fuck is two fucks. I got into that, and then I'll be perfectly honest. I got into that, and then I had no way to know how to end it.
You had nowhere to go.
I had no exit. It was like in a Hell in a Cell match with Undertaker. And I was like, shit, there's no way out of this. So that's Nick's update on not having a car. Long story short, his hip hurts and his phone is now mostly functional.
Mostly functional and working good.
Hooray!
Hooray!
Nothing much is new with me. The only thing really that's new with me is I got an idea from a buddy of mine on Facebook who I went to university with, and I'll name drop him because we're the No Holds Barred podcast. A buddy of mine's Jeff DeViller, and he had posted pictures on his Facebook of wall art that he had made out of old T-shirts. He had taken T-shirts that didn't fit him anymore, and rather than exercising to lose the weight he'd gained, he was like, I'm going to turn this into something creative. I was like, this man is fucking brilliant. That's a joke, Jeff. Anyways, so he took some old T-shirts that he had and bought some dollar store picture frames.
Okay.
Just like 8 by 10, I guess, picture frames, and took and cut his the logos off the front of his T-shirts, and has wrapped them around in the picture frame to turn them into wall art.
That kind of looked wrong, because when you went cut his, you were kind of like cutting near your dick.
Cutting my dick off.
Cutting your dick off.
He cut off his wiener and turned it into wall art.
That would be some small wall art.
That would be. You hear that, Jeff? He just called you a little dick.
I'm just kidding.
Do you even know Jeff?
I don't think so.
No, okay.
Was he in one of your dorms?
No, but he would have been on most of the pub
Birch?
crawls. Do you remember the guy at one of the pub crawls who was double fisting, like mugs, or like pretty well not mugs, but like
Jugs?
whole jugs? He double fisting the jugs.
It's funny because it's another kind of mug,
It's true.
but we all think of something different.
He was. Nick's instigating on the No Holds Barred podcast. No, he had like two big
Pictures?
pitchers. That is exactly the word I was looking for. Two big pitchers of Molson, and was just fucking double fisting them all night. And
I think I remember that guy.
I think he either puked on himself at Pacifico or he got kicked out of Pacifico, one or the other.
Yay! Somebody else that got kicked out of some place other than me.
You're in the club. Yeah, but no, this was his idea, and he. And then he put a couple pictures on Facebook, and I was like, wow, those look really cool. So I think that's what I'm going to do with the old pub crawl T-shirts, because it's like I'll never wear them again.
Yeah.
I can't donate them to Goodwill because they're pub crawl T-shirts.
Yeah.
So I just don't quite feel right about that. So I'm going to take them and just like keep them as a moment in time, and make them into wall art and put them up on the wall either in my room or down in the basement here, the No Holds Barred dungeon.
That's a good idea.
Because they're common memories too. Because most of the pub crawls I was on, you were on. So there you go.
They were fun.
And they were fun.
They were
fun
joyous.
and drunken and pukey and hitting on Courtney Avery and and all kinds of fun.
All kinds of fun.
I still have one of the greatest pictures of my loving co-host here is on.
I was drunk.
It was the same, yeah, a little bit. It was the same, but you know what? You don't have a wife and you don't have a girlfriend, so I'm not worried about this. It was the same pub crawl where you threw up on yourself, and it was a picture.
Lower deck.
Yeah, it was a picture of you beside Courtney. And Courtney was a little brunette friend of one of my good friends, Andrea. And Nick had his arm around her, and his head was leaning on her, but his eyes were closed, so it looked like he was half passed out. And Courtney's like looking to the Courtney's looking to the side with this look on her face, like, oh, I think he's passed out. And somebody snapped a picture in that perfect moment just to capture that perfect moment on screen. It's fantastic.
I do have the best kind of picture.
Oh, buddy, you have some good ones. But yeah, so my name's Justin. I think that's what I'm going to do with some of my old pub crawl T-shirts, and literally nothing else is new. I have such a boring life.
I think we both do.
Well, you know, it's
such is the Bridgewater life.
Such is the life of those who live in this town. Nick, I have something I want to get off my chest.
Oh no.
Remember last time I said this? I started in on Glenn Beck and I was going for 40 minutes. No, by the way, fuck Glenn Beck. What I need to get off my chest is my shirt. Sensitive people need to get off of social media, like Facebook and Twitter and stuff like that. People who are overly sensitive.
Well, we knew this from the beginning.
You would think it was common sense from the beginning.
And this is where I think the whole bullying thing comes from online. It's just sensitive people got to fuck off and get off the internet.
Well, yeah. In some cases, it could very well be that. I'm sure there have been cases of somebody being like, "This person's bullying me on the internet," where it's like, no, they just disagreed with something that you said. It's not. But I mean, like, yeah, fair enough.
I typed something and somebody told me I was wrong. They were bullying me. I'm going to go cut myself now.
They have to respect my opinions, not if they're dumb. I'm just saying. There's an article that was posted here on CBC's website, on the Your Community section. It was written by John Bowman, and it was called "Does Negative Tone Turn You Off Social Media?" The reactions and opinions expressed on Twitter to major political events, but really it's not just to major political events, it's to anything. Like anything happens and there's going to be a reaction on Twitter. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't have to have anything to do with politics whatsoever. Something happens, there's going to be a reaction on Twitter. Are vastly different and usually more negative than those found through opinion polls. So basically what this is saying is the way the majority of people react to something on Twitter is vastly different than if you were talking to them face to face, how they would probably react to it.
So there's going to be more hashtags than there are, like,
there's more
percentages.
There's to any given event, there's going to be more hashtags than there are actual spoken words. We'll put it that way. The differences aren't always consistent either and vary from issue to issue. Sometimes Twitter reaction is more liberal, and sometimes Twitter reaction is more conservative, blah, blah, blah. But there was one difference that did seem to be consistent. Often, it's the overall negativity that stands out. So basically what this article is saying is the reactions online, on social media, so Twitter and Facebook and everything like that, always tend to be more negative than positive. And I think there's a certain amount of truth in that because the internet grants everyone who doesn't have the spine to say something negative in person, it grants every single one of those people a voice, and it's done that throughout its whole...
I mean, people can hide behind a computer and say something.
Right.
It's not like they're recording it live for the world.
Live for the world. Pointing at the computer...
You know what?
Camera right now.
Fuck McDonald's. There
you go.
It.
But I do fucking love your cheeseburgers. Now
they are good.
They're good.
But fuck yeah anyway.
Exactly. But yeah, so basically all the article is saying is like, negative reaction is more, you know, and it's not that I disagree per se, but it's also people will take things negatively that aren't intended to be negative when it's online. And it's just sensitive people just need to get off the internet. And you know what? There are obviously very legitimate cases of people just saying negative things for the sake of being negative because there's internet trolls fucking everywhere.
Oh, most definitely.
And you know, there are absolutely cases of cyberbullying and stuff like that. And cyberbullying is relatively prevalent. But again, just sensitive people just need to get off the internet. Like, I have a perfect example here. I posted UFC, like I post UFC fight predictions on my YouTube page. And every single time that I seem to post a video, I get at least one person that comes on there like I must have picked against their favorite fighter or something. Mm-hmm. And they'll just come on and they'll be like, you're totally ignoring X and Y and Z and apostrophe and hashtag about my favorite fighter, and my favorite fighter's going to fucking cream this person, and you're stupid, you're ignoring this. Sensitive people need to get off the fucking internet. Because it's like, if you're overly sensitive and you can't handle when someone picks against your favorite UFC fighter, if that is enough to send you off because it's the internet and because you have relative anonymity and you have your voice and this is what you're choosing to use it for, get the fuck off the internet. Get a girlfriend. There's got to be better ways for you to spend your time than doing this. You know what I mean? I mean, we use the internet. We have our podcast. I mean, our podcast is 100% on the internet, but we use it as a voice. We don't. I don't consider either of us sensitive people when it comes to what is said and done online.
God, no.
I mean, I've said this multiple times. We were the beta testers for the internet, and we fucked up royal. Like, we really did. The stuff that we used the internet for, the only reason people use the internet the way they do now is because that's what we were doing.
Basically.
You know what I mean? Like, we royally screwed this. And you know what? That's totally on us. And we have to, I think we have to accept culpability for the fact that we fucked up this generation in terms of what they do on the internet.
I accept nothing.
No. Not my fault. Not my fault. It's probably kind of our fault. But like, just sensitive fucking people need to get off the internet.
Yeah.
And not only do sensitive people need to get off the internet, fucking gullible people need to get off the internet. Because there's a lot of fucking gullible people on the internet. I'm kind of skipping around on our itinerary here. It's actually not this one. It's something different. Can we all agree? Just as a people,
no.
Fuck off. Listen to me first. Can we just all agree as a people that when you see one of these
Bigfoot videos?
Pictures, shut up. No. When you see one of these pictures floating around Facebook of
the girls with fake tits,
and the girl that had sex with her dog because of a bet. No. Why'd you have to remind us of Alyssa Rosales?
You reminded us.
I know. I know. That was me speaking for everyone else on the internet. I have it on my bookmarks. But
I hope I deleted that with the Carabao.
Yeah, really. No, I always use private session browsing when I do that. See? I smart,
You're
stupid.
You're a smart man.
Where was I? No, okay. All right. When you see these pictures floating around Facebook that make these outrageously stupid claims about companies or things that happen in the government or something, can we all just agree to please do some research before we share them? Can we just agree to that as a people? That, like, if you see something that is like makes a claim that this person said this, so this is why this is bad about today, or something. Can we just all just please agree to do some fucking research?
I know, but people don't like research.
Because people are fucking lazy. They just want to see something, be like, oh, I guess that's true. Click. Just a couple of recent examples from this, and you see this on Facebook all the fucking time. People just blindly share shit. That's how Coney 2012 became so great, because nobody took the fucking time to do any research about it and be like, oh, maybe I shouldn't share this bullshit that is only like half true, and the dude that made it then had a nervous breakdown and masturbated in public. Like, that's true, by the way. There you go. But I mean, like, there's one that I saw that a person posted on Facebook very recently about Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Really?
Yeah. And it was like, it was speculating on why Kentucky Fried Chicken changed their brand name from Kentucky Fried Chicken to KFC. And everybody thought that they did it because they wanted to take the word fried out of their name because it has like negative health connotations or whatever. It's like there's a bad mojo around the word fried.
It's still the exact same thing. It's just an acronym.
I know, but people on the internet are stupid. But yeah, I know. It's fucking dumb. It's like it's an acronym for the exact same fucking thing. But in any case, what this image was saying was that no, they changed it because what they sell they can't call chicken anymore. Because they don't sell chickens. They sell genetically mutated things that have tubes stuck in them to make their bones smaller and make more breast meat and stuff like that. And this person reposted this picture and was like, another reason why I don't eat quote-unquote meat. I was just like, can you take 2 seconds to do some research? Like, there's a great website for stuff like this. It's called Snopes.com. SNOPES.com. And it deals with like all of these hoaxes and wives' tales and stupid bullshit that you'll see on the internet. But like, no, there's legit reasons why they changed it why they changed Kentucky Fried Chicken to KFC.
Yeah.
A, it costs a lot less to market 3 letters than it does 3 full words.
Most definitely.
B, there was a lawsuit by the state of Kentucky against Kentucky Fried Chicken, which is why they changed their acronym for a while to just KFC, so they would stop branding the specific word Kentucky.
I did not realize that.
Yeah, there was a lawsuit. It might have not been by the actual state of Kentucky. It might have been by some board within the state of Kentucky or something like that. But there was a lawsuit against them. So they were like, okay, well, we're going to stop advertising the name Kentucky.
Yeah.
We're going to change it to KFC until the lawsuit is settled. The
Makes
lawsuit
sense.
was settled in 2006, and now a bunch of the restaurants are back to calling themselves Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah.
Some of them are still KFC, but some of them are still Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Some people are stupid.
Just to go ahead and blindly, and I won't go so far as to call this person stupid. I just you need to do research before you post something like that, because when you post something like that, it makes you look stupider than you are.
You're the kind one.
I know. I'm the kind of I try to be the mediator here, but when you post something like that, the meat eater. You might be a cunning linguist, but I'm a master debater. But you have to do research before you post something like that. Another one that everybody was posting on their Facebook page was Facebook is changing their privacy settings, and I want to stay privately connected with you. And they post it,
such bullshit,
not reading and thinking, what exactly does it mean? What exactly am I saying before I copy paste it and put it forward as a status that I am saying?
Yeah.
Basically what it said was, Facebook is changing their privacy settings so that when you like something of mine, everyone on your friends list can see it too. But I find that to be an invasion of my privacy settings. So what you need to do is you need to hover your mouse over my name in your news feed and click off, take the check marks off beside status updates and everything.
Yeah.
Do you know what that does?
Does a whole lot of bullshit.
It does a whole lot of nothing in terms of what the public can see, but it disconnects you from the people you're already friends with.
Right.
That is what it does. So some troll on the internet was just like, this will be funny, and did it, and it fucking worked. People should be smarter than this in 2013. But so many people post this, and every time I saw it, I just posted the Snopes article. I was like, this is total bullshit. This is what this does.
Yeah.
Nobody can affect your personal privacy online besides you. Nobody can breach your personal privacy but you.
Unless you give people your passwords.
Right, but then, even then, you're the one that's breaching it because you gave them the password.
True.
So, I mean, unless your stuff gets hacked, nobody can, accidentally breach your privacy except you. So, I mean, I
can breach my privacy.
And I see, everybody, I have a wart on the side of my penis. That's breaching my privacy. No, but everybody posted this and was like, I want to stay privately connected to you. I don't want anyone in the public to see what I'm putting on Facebook. It's well then A, maybe you shouldn't be putting that stuff on Facebook if you didn't want the public to see it. And
True.
B, you really need to be more net smart. You really need to understand what things are saying before you fucking post them. Post them as your own opinion.
Right.
And the last big one, and this is such a huge one, and it's a buddy of mine, a guy that I have on Facebook, is very, very hyper conservative. He's conservative. He makes conservatives blush. He's so conservative.
Oh, really?
And one of the big things that he's conservative about is gun control.
Okay.
He's an American.
Right.
That makes sense. And he's don't take my guns away. Second Amendment. I can carry guns. NRA. Charlton Heston. Woohoo! And all right, I'm just gonna name drop him. It's Tommy. It's Tommy George, and he's just very pro gun.
Okay.
After the Newtown, and I know we've mentioned this so many times in our podcast, but after the Newtown, that Sandy Hook shooting,
right,
he posted a whole bunch of shit on Facebook about, never would have happened if everybody carried guns, and don't take away our Second Amendment right. Just posted all this pro-gun stuff after a bunch of kids just got shot in an elementary school,
that's
and I was
nice.
just like, dude. it's not the right fucking time. Like,
Yeah.
even if it's something you believe, I'm not telling you to go against your own beliefs. I'm just telling you to keep your fucking beliefs in your mouth for a few weeks while these families try to grieve over the fact that a 6-year-old just got killed.
Yeah.
Right? Like, just fucking leave it alone. But here's the one that really pissed me off. Have you ever heard of, I think it's Godwin's Law? You ever heard of that term, Godwin's Law?
I must have, but do fill me in.
All right. I think it's Godwin's. I think that's the right name for it. Godwin's Law states that in any argument on the internet, it's only a matter of time before someone makes a reference to Hitler.
Really?
Yeah. It's Godwin's Law. I believe it's Godwin's. So basically, Godwin's Law came into play here fucking big time. Because Tommy one day posted a couple of statuses about Nazis.
Okay.
About Nazis. And about Nazis in relation to gun control. And posted the quote that is supposedly attributed to Adolf Hitler. To conquer a nation, one must first disarm its citizens. And that's a quote that's apparently attributed to Adolf Hitler. So he's like, look at what the States is trying to do. Like, look what the government, our democratic government, look what they're trying to do. They're trying to take our guns away. They're going to conquer us by taking our guns away. And it's just like, first of all, you braying moron, I know you're smarter than this. Second of all, Hitler never said that. It's a quote that's wrongly attributed to Adolf Hitler. It's not anything he ever said. It's something that was inferred from something that he wrote, but it's not anything that he ever out and out said. And third, it's just a stupid idea to begin with. But people will spread. That's the problem with it. It's a stupid idea, but people will spread it around anyway. So, can we just all please agree as a people to please just do some research before we post shit like this on our Facebook pages?
Nope, because everything everybody posts is going to be taken wrongly or falsely accused or repost, just so that people can be in the spotlight and feel important for themselves.
Fair enough. Nick spitting fire.
Because everybody wants to feel important in this world.
Everyone is beautiful in their own way, except for you.
And you. and you. Where do you guys come from?
Where'd you guys come from? Kentucky? How's the chicken? Damn good. All right. Time for a new segment.
A new segment?
I think it's time for a new segment. We need a new segment on this motherfucker. And it's exactly. And it's not just because we couldn't do the Craigslist segment this week, because we still talked about Craigslist for a few minutes. It's just a new segment that we need to have. The new segment that we are debuting is Stupid Recent News. That's the name. Stupid Recent News.
Stupid Recent
News. So this is a news story that happened recently, or a couple news stories that happened recently that are pretty fucking stupid. Can I get you to read this first one? Because this feels like something that at some point Nick might do.
Yeah, okay. Let me get to the right page here.
All right.
We've been skipping around on
I know.
Old itinerary.
We got a whole booklet for an itinerary this time.
I know. It's like 4 pages.
I'm telling you.
And this one says 1 of 1.
Yeah, because I printed them off separately, sir.
I know, but it's 4 pages. Shouldn't it be like 3 of 4 or
well,
2
you know what?
9?
Just read the story.
Okay. Well. Okay.
You make a good point.
So the headline goes, Toronto partygoer gets stuck in safe. Where was he going that he gets stuck in a safe?
Well, read on. Me.
Me. Firefighters in Toronto had to free a 24-year-old partygoer from a safe that he entered on a dare. Then he got stuck for about 30 minutes. Wow. That's worse than the people getting stuck in that elevator.
Yeah, because at least an elevator is something that intends to have people inside of it. A safe, not so much.
It has money in it. Firstly, how did he get past security into the safe?
Well, I'm thinking it was just a personal, like just like someone's personal.
Was it one
safe?
of those little safes? Is he like one of those flexible,
one of those flexible like
women
contortionists?
that can get into a safe or something?
I don't know, but it says here emergency responders were dispatched to a vacant store. Oh, it was a vacant store. So it was it was like a
safe in it?
Apparently they must have just
This is like Money Mart?
Maybe it must be Blockbuster. They just left all the safes there. To a vacant store before midnight Saturday after receiving a report that a man was stuck in a safe.
Stuck in a safe.
He spent a half hour in the safe before he was cut out. And of course,
he was cut out. Of course he was.
He
didn't require medical.
Yeah, it didn't require medical attention, so he was perfectly fine. But all said that alcohol was involved in the incident.
No shit.
Yeah, really. Like, is it possible to get stuck in a safe where alcohol would not be involved in that incident? Like, what would your thought process have to be if you weren't drunk out of your mind to be, you know what, I'm going to get in this safe and you guys should close it? Thinking like, do we know the conversation? Nah, screw it. We're going to do it anyway.
Combination.
Isn't that what I said?
You said conversation.
Damn. I blew it. Wah, wah. All right, I'll have to redeem myself by reading the second story. So that person in Toronto is a moron. Well, actually, you know what? He wasn't a moron. He was drunk. We'll give him a free pass there.
He is. Everybody gets one.
Yeah, everybody gets one.
Yeah.
Imagine if this wasn't the first time he got stuck in a safe. Wouldn't that be terrible?
Then he wouldn't have one, would he?
That's true. I'm sorry, what? You might as well speak up. Everybody knows you're here now. We got about 20 minutes. That was my mom, everybody. Everybody say hello to my mom. So I wanted to read this. This actually took place about a month ago, but I still consider a month recent. And it ticked me off because, you know, being a substitute teacher, even though I don't actually get any work, things like this just kind of tick me off because it's like talks about school policy and stuff like that, and just how backwards school policy is now in terms of things like play for kids.
Sure. Well, I guess.
I had to take a sip of beer there, sorry. The title of this article is Boy 7 Suspended Over Imaginary Grenade.
Imaginary grenade?
Imaginary grenade.
It's not like a pear grenade, is it?
No. I don't even think there was actually anything in his hand. I think it was just like, here, I'm holding my empty hand up, but I have a grenade in it, and I'm going to throw it in Nick's face. Like, I think that's... Oh, my God! Well, Nick's dead. I need a new co-host. No. But here, this happened in Loveland, Colorado.
Loveland?
Loveland. A Colorado mother said her 7-year-old son should not have been suspended from school for throwing an imaginary grenade into a box of pretend evil.
What?
First of all, I love this kid.
What is pretend evil?
It's evil that's not real. He must have had like Pandora's box or something.
Okay, was the box real?
The box was real, I think.
And inside of it was like a fake devil. That wasn't real.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. So yes, it was a real box.
There was. He told everybody there was Martha Stewart in the box.
Something like that. There was Martha Stewart and Michael Vick and
Gary Bettman.
Gary Bettman. Oh, Gary Bettman. I would love to blow Gary Bettman up with a grenade. Who said that? Yeah, like there was all this evil shit, Glenn Beck, in the box, and the kid was like, I'm gonna blow up all the evil so there's no evil in the world anymore, which is a fantastic message. Get rid of all the evil in the world.
You know.
So he holds out his hand, which has nothing in it.
Yeah.
And says, I have a grenade and I'm going to blow up all the evil. And he throws it into the real box that has the not real evil in it.
Well, that's discrimination to a box.
Well, fair enough. And the kid got suspended for it. I can see and not only see, but completely agree with schools that will suspend kids even for bringing, like, cap guns to school. I get that because you can mistake a cap gun for a real weapon.
True.
You can't mistake a 7-year-old kid's empty hand for a grenade. There's a severe distinction between something being there and nothing being there. There's a huge distinction to be made there. The article goes on. Mandy Watkins says her son, Alex, a second grader at Mary Blair Elementary School in Loveland, was suspended from school when he threw an imaginary grenade, which was not represented by a real physical object. So there was literally nothing there.
Nothing in the sand.
Into a box while playing a game he called Rescue the World. This kid's a superhero. He wanted to rescue the world.
Apparently. So now they're telling him that he can't rescue the world.
Not only can he not rescue the world, but he's not allowed back in school because he tried to rescue the world, and the world just won't have that.
No. The world's saying, like, we want evil in us, and yeah, he can't do it.
I guess. We continue on the article because it just gets more batshit retarded as we keep reading. This is a quote from the actual kid. I pretended the box, there's something shaking in it. And I go, psh, so nothing can get out and destroy the world. This kid's got more logic than the school administrators that suspended him.
It's true.
He's like, I'm going to take this imaginary grenade and I'm going to blow up all the evil in the world.
The box is shaking.
Great.
It got evil in it.
I want this kid on our podcast. This guy's got more logic than I do. Administrators said the game violated one of the school's absolutes against any weapons, real or imaginary.
I would like to see those policies.
This is the sound of me banging my head against my microphone.
What?
This is retarded. Ooh, I might have just bladed myself. Oh,
violated one of the school's absolutes.
It's absolute. So basically what this school says, and I get it, it's a school in Colorado. Remember, we had Columbine. Columbine was in Colorado. So a lot of those schools are going to have absolutes against any kind of weaponry, real or imaginary. But this is like the imaginariest of the imaginary weapons because it literally didn't exist.
Yeah. It's not like he held his hands together in like a gun fashion.
No. Or like the kid that held up the fish stick and pretended it was a gun and went bang, bang, bang. He even had something in his actual hand. This kid had nothing. This kid had air in his hand. If he would have said, I'm going to take this fuzzy kitten and throw it in the box to blow up the evil, would they have done the same thing? Because he used that fuzzy kitten as a weapon to destroy all the evil.
The fuzzy kitten blew up in the box.
Oh, this is so fucking stupid. So yeah, administrators said the game violated one of the school's absolutes against weapons, real or imaginary. The mother comes back and says, honestly, I don't think the rule is very realistic for kids this age. I think that when a child is trying to save the world, I don't think he should be punished for it. And that's, you know what?
It's true.
Mother logic to the rescue, because exactly. This poor kid was just like, there's a bunch of evil in the world like fucking Gary Bettman. I want to blow him up. And he took a grenade, which was totally fake and not anything that actually existed and was actually nothing but air, and threw it into a box that he said was shaking because it had all the evil in it, and he blew it all up. So there's no evil in the world anymore. You know what? This is the way we all should live our lives. We all should still be able to be so naive as this kid to just be like, here's all the evil in the world in this box. I'm going to blow it up. Actually, sorry, he went psh, psh, psh.
And I'm happy now.
Exactly. Because there's no evil in the world anymore.
There's no evil.
And the school administrators are just like, you're fucking Lucifer. You're suspended. And it's like, you know what? There's no quicker way to punish a kid for having imagination than to chastise him for play. We wonder why there's so many fucked up kids in the world.
Yeah.
You get people that they're being punished for playing. Playing, if you talk to any developmental psychologist, any child psychologist, anybody that deals with how people grow up, play is a huge fucking part of it.
Yeah.
Huge. And you get these people who have now punished this poor kid for playing. Just ridiculous.
It is.
These people
it's
these
really ridiculous.
These adults should be fucking ashamed of themselves. And these are people in power. Like, these are people that have positions of authority and should just be goddamn ashamed of themselves.
People gotta wake up.
You know what? Alex Watkins, if you happen to be listening to this podcast, which you shouldn't be because there's been bad language on it. But if you are listening to this podcast, you are the man. You put your neck out there and you tried to destroy all the evil in the world. I am proud of you, my young friend. I would love to have you on the podcast. Get your parents' permission first. Because we might talk about Burbies. Burbies?
Burbies?
I'm not sure what I just said. I think
you were trying to be cute there, and it just did not work.
And it just did not work out whatsoever. Okay, we got one more thing we're going to talk about on this podcast, which is Burbies.
Burbies and penises. I don't know where we are. We broke Justin.
Sorry. Burbies. Oh God, this is good podcasting right here. Favorite internet memes and phenomenon. We thought we'd end the podcast here. We talked very negatively about the Harlem Shake on the last episode. You look like you're crying.
Just a little bit.
Sorry. We talked very negatively about the Harlem Shake on the last episode of the podcast, and with good cause, because it's terrible.
The most retardedest thing I've ever seen on the internet.
Especially when people in Harlem were just like, we don't do that. That's not what we do at all. These people are idiots. Do not associate them with Harlem.
Right.
Or we will come and we will shoot you because it's Harlem. We thought we would talk about some of our favorite internet memes and phenomenon that have come through the years. Because again, we've been using the internet since the 90s.
Oh yeah.
So we've seen them all.
Seen a lot of shit.
We've seen a lot go down and a lot go up, and depending how much porn you watched, it could be a lot more go down. So I mean, we have honestly seen them all. I love the songs. Like, I love the internet meme songs that have come up. Like, I mean, Tay Zonday with Chocolate Rain. God, Chocolate Rain. I fucking love Chocolate Rain. It's a great, I don't know, just for whatever reason, it hit with me, and I was just like, Tay Zonday is pretty cool. Or the bed intruder song. How can you not like the bed intruder song?
Right.
He's climbing in your windows. He's snatching your people up, trying to rape them. So y'all need to hide your kids, hide your wife. How can you not like that? And hide your husband, because they're raping everybody out here. You don't have to come. We looking for you. We gonna find you. We gonna find you. So you can run and tell that, run and tell that, run and tell that, homeboy, homeboy. I just saw, nice. Thank you, by the way. I just saw on Facebook the other day, one of my buddies, Cody, who works down at Sobeys, had a t-shirt with Antoine Dodson on it, the guy that does the guy that is talking in the Bed Intruder song. Yeah. And it's just like, you can run and tell that, homeboy. I'm just like, I want that t-shirt so bad. What a great song. That and Pants on the Ground. Do you remember Pants on the Ground? It was like a 50-some-year-old guy who was auditioning for American Idol. Yeah. And they have an age restriction, obviously. I don't think, if you're over 28, I don't think you can apply for American Idol.
I don't know. I don't watch it.
Oh, fair enough. But, so I mean, this guy's like a retired, like, Army colonel, and he's like 58 or something like that. And he came on, he's like, I want to do my song called Pants on the Ground. It's like, pants on the ground, pants on the ground. And so he gets up and he's kind of thugged out, and it's kind of a rap song, and he's just like, pants on the ground, pants on the ground, pants on the ground, pants on the ground. When you roll in your down, hat turned sideways, walking like a dog, call yourself a cool cat. It's just like, and he's like, his song is talking about the kids that walk with fucking low baggy pants.
Yeah.
And he goes for like 3 minutes in this rap, and he's like break dancing and shit while he's doing it. And it's like, this guy's 58. He's got good moves.
Sweet.
But it's just it's such a good song. But there's one that I know you're particularly fond of, which is Charlie the Unicorn.
I did like it back in the day.
Can you tell us exactly what Charlie the Unicorn was?
His name was Charlie, and he was a unicorn. I mean,
okay, moving on. No.
How much more in depth do you need?
But what was the show? Like, what was the show? Like, what was either the show about, or what did they do, or
I don't really know how to explain it. He was a unicorn. He got into situations and
there's wacky unicorn situations,
and he had help to get out of situations.
Okay. Go watch it.
Go watch it.
After that sparkling
then
No
you
Holds
will
Barred
know.
review, go watch it.
Go watch it, and then you will know.
And I know we've both liked some of the quote unquote kids that have shown up out of memes.
The Numa
the
kid.
Numa kid and the Star Wars kid. You know the Star Wars kid is Canadian?
Really?
The guy that had the golf ball catcher thing and pretended it was a lightsaber. The fat kid. Yeah, he's from Quebec. Yeah,
did not know that.
Canadians are famous, but
did not know that.
But like the Numa kid, especially the guy. Oh my god, one of the fathers of internet phenomenon. You know what I mean? Because like he put that Numa video on YouTube like 2006, like right when YouTube fucking started up.
Oh yeah,
and he's lip syncing to this. I can't remember what song it's a different song. It's got a different name to it, but it sounds like at one point they goes Numa, and he's doing this dance.
It actually is Numa.
Originally it was a song from over in Europe, and it had a different title.
Yeah, search the lyrics. I have. It's a song over there. Well, don't do it now.
No, hell with it. This is no, man. This is good podcasting.
This is good podcasting.
This is good podcasting.
Numa. Yeah.
Hello.
Numa. Yeah, it's
Salut.
like you want to leave and you won't take me with you.
Ah, yes.
Apparently.
Maya he.
Free your tones. Your tones ringtones for your ringtone you've tuned on.
Maya he. Maya who. Maya ha. Maya ha ha.
Why are we scrolling?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Asunto. Hajduk. Sereto. Oh my goodness. We are currently scrolling and watching the Numa lyrics go by.
Oh yes.
This is good podcasting.
This is good podcasting.
Yeah, Numa by Ozone. I guess it was called Numa. I thought it had a different title.
No, you're wrong.
Apparently I am incorrect.
You're wrong.
I am wrong, like all things in life are wrong. But yeah, so the Numa kid and the Star Wars kid, that's a lot of wrong, sir. But that kid was trying to blow it up with his fake grenade, and he would have been successful if they wouldn't have fucking suspended him. Another one that we were both really big on back in the day, Homestar Runner.
Homestar Runner.
Oh God, did we ever love Homestar Runner? The strong bad emails, which are great. Like the older ones especially are just so funny. I haven't watched newer ones in quite some time actually, but
no, nor have I.
But the older strong bad emails are so good. Like, can you draw a dragon? I want to see your skills of an artist. Oh, okay. And that was just the whole episode was him trying to draw a dragon and then trying to teach people to draw dragons. I employed some chiaroscuro shading. Improve on your methods. Throws a lighter down, lights it on fire. Like, that's not an improvement. Wah! Trogdor strikes again. Homestar Runner was the epitome of like just tons and tons and tons of material for jokes for the nerdy subculture that we had in high school and a little bit after. So Homestar Runner was a big one for both of us. And of course, the man who inspired your character name on Borderlands 2, Leroy Jenkins.
It's true.
Leroy Jenkins. Oh my God, I think he just ran in. This was World of Warcraft, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah,
yes.
they were all playing Warcraft, and they were in this clan, and they were trying to map out a successful way to get through this area and kill these people. And the person that was controlling the Leroy Jenkins character must have been AFK, which AFK, for those who are uninitiated, means away from keyboard. And that's what it means, right?
Right.
Okay, good. Yay.
You win.
Hooray, I win the internet. And he comes back, and he gets on the mic. He hadn't been listening to anything, supposedly. This, of course, later came out that this was staged, unfortunately, but it was still really, really funny.
Was.
And he just comes on, he's like, all right, chumps, I'm pumped, let's do this. Leroy Jenkins. And he runs into the room by himself. And they're like, oh my God, I think he just ran in. Everybody's like, stick to the plan, stick to the plan. And of course, they all get slaughtered. And you hear Leroy over the mic, and he's just like, "It's not my fault. At least I have chicken."
So I have chicken.
After they all get killed, they're just like, "God damn it, Leroy, you're such a jackass." He's just like, "At least I have chicken."
Still called KFC over here.
Still called Kentucky Fried Chicken in my state. God damn it. One of the ones I really loved, the Downfall parodies. The Downfall parodies is. If you go on YouTube and you type in Hitler Reacts, those are the Downfall parodies. It takes a scene from a movie about Hitler called Downfall, and he's just like, he's flipping out on some of his like senior Nazi agents and everything like that.
Right.
Like he's just losing it on them. But people would go in and they would edit subtitles under it to say what he was talking about. So there was like, Hitler reacts to the Danny Heatley trade. Hitler reacts to, Xbox canceling his live account. Like Hitler reacts to all these different things, and it's just Hitler just going off in German, but the subtitles are all something common, and there's so many funny ones. There's a lot of them based around sports, but like a lot around like video games and other movies and stuff like that, and news, and they're so funny. Just see Hitler flipping out and the text being like, "Why would they trade him to Edmonton?" Like, just so funny.
Oh, Hitler.
And the last one here is the one that's kind of taken the internet by storm over the last year, which is Creepypasta / Slenderman. Slenderman. Slenderman is everywhere, even behind Nick right now. Slenderman, of course, is the urban legend of this tall, faceless, humanoid person with like white skin, but he wears a business suit. And
Seamus?
Seamus. No, he doesn't have any hair. He also doesn't have any face, but he's close. Oh my God, Seamus is Slender Man. Holy crap. We've cracked the mystery. That was good. Sorry, I didn't think of that. That was good.
Keep me around for something.
I'm telling you, everybody gets one.
Tell him, Peter. Well,
apparently everybody gets one. Bingo. But yeah, so Slenderman apparently steals children or something, I think is the urban legend around him. He like lives in woods and steals children and stuff like that.
You got it.
And there was, of course, a video game, a very popular video game made of him last year, just simply called Slender.
Yep. Go and collect 6 pieces of paper.
8.
8?
Yep. It's
and
Slender, the 8 pages.
Even if you get all 8 pages... he still catches you. Yeah,
exactly. Even if you get all 8 pages, you still lose, which is just like nobody can beat Slender. And it's like and it's so super fucking hard to get get those 8 pages.
I've never played it
because I've gotten as far as 4. I think I've gotten 4 of the 8 pages before I die, and he just catches up to you, and he catches up to you in the weirdest places too, because like you'll just be kind of walking along, you won't see him, all of a sudden you turn around right quick and he's there, and it's just like But it's caused a generation of teenage girls to not be able to sleep with the lights off. I was like, I know so many students that I have on Facebook that's just like, if anybody mentions Slender, they're just like, no. So he's an ever constant presence in their lives.
Excellent.
Exactly.
As he should be.
As he should be. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've taken up an hour and 5 minutes of your time at this point, so I believe that will be it for us on this episode. We'll hit you with all the good stuff that we hit you at the end of every episode. YouTube.com/user/noholdsbarredpodcast. Ustream.tv/user/noholdsbarred-podcast.
Wow.
Yeah. Twitter.com/NHB_podcast. Subscribe to us on iTunes by searching the No Holds Barred Podcast or noholdsbarredpodcast@gmail.com. Skype NHB.podcast. We really want some guests on one of these shows once in a while, so if you have Skype, add us NHB.podcast and call into the show, and we will get you on there, or hit us up on our Twitter account if you want to know when we're going to be recording next time, so you know when to call in. That'll be all good stuff. Yeah, I think that's about it.
That's about it. Listen to the Internet Wrestling Express.
Yes, exactly.
Show.
Listen to the Internet Wrestling Express. Debuts on Monday, April the 1st. Professor Big Daddy and the Masked Tweeter. Old school wrestling meets new school sports entertainment, and it's going to be fantastic when it starts up. Both of us, I believe, hope to be guests on that show at some point.
I'm hoping.
So, yeah, I think that will be great, and it's been great that you've stuck around and listened to us. We love each and every one of our fans. We're up over like 500 views on our content now, which is like
pushing 600.
Which is like hooray! But it's like, man, you think about it too, and it's like, well, man, we've done like 14 hours of content.
I know, but I mean, you guys start out small.
You gotta start out small, and you know what? The people that listen to our podcasts now, you are foundation builders of the No Holds Barred podcast.
You are.
And when we start making a ton of No Holds Barred money, and we start making like merchandise and stuff like that, we're going to send you some free swag, some free No Holds Barred podcast t-shirts.
Hey, look at
and
you
hats.
planning
And
ahead.
I'm telling you, look at this. You got to think ahead if you're going to make it anywhere.
Do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for paying attention to us for over an hour. Once again this week, I'm Justin.
And I'm Nick.
We are the No Holds Barred podcast, and we will see you for the next No Holds Barred podcast in 2 weeks. Next week will be the Last Fan Standing Wrestling podcast. Hello, everyone on Ustream.
That's probably not
maybe
watching,
one
but
person
it's
that might still be
recorded.
watching. It's recorded. Hello, I wave to you.
Hello. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everybody, and thank you very much, and we will see you next week.
Peace out.